had to show his jawline.
The man's been mewing.
The man's been mewing. And now, let's get to know Aurora MLBB. Still the same lineup. We're going to see again the quote-unquote next standard dominating together with Demons.
In terms of the drafting philosophy, like I discussed this in earlier panel segments, especially when we were still doing the panels of the Filipino broadcast, where Kelra, it seems like their philosophy for Kelra is, hey, we're gonna put you and Kelra there with them in second or third turtle.
All right, so that's something Aurora MLBB has to watch out for in terms of how they're going to tackle and maintain surprises later on, which is why, as shown in our Infinix keys to victory, definitely you have to watch out for Kelra's versatility and hero mastery, because again, you'll never know what he might use next.
Yeah, so far, in terms of the trends for the first picks, it's usually the jungler or the mid laner. 48% of the time it's the jungle, around 30% of the time it's the mid laner. So let's see if they're immediately going to go for the assassins, as the Ling is open. Will Aurora want to take that away from King Kong?
Picking that up. I'm not sure if the Harith was taken out. Was it taken out here for Fnatic Onic as well? We have to double check later on. Or wait, I mean, I can check it right here. Yeah, it's still open as well. So would they want to immediately secure that for Kelra?
Yeah, usually in this scenario, I'd say take the Edith, but Fnatic Onic Philippines banned it out themselves. So that's a good place.
BB priority.
Yeah, so maybe take it away.
Maybe take it away.
So you said Harith, I said Zask. Let's see, come on, give us. Oh, that's not Zask.
Hylos? Oh,
okay, you did mention Hylos. Okay, so you got two.
Oh, okay, I'm surprised.
Yeah. Because it's easy to break the formation of teams with it.
Oh, whoa.
So they lock in the Focus, who has been rising up in the meta. And yeah, they don't get the Zaz, they go for the Moskov instead.
It's not too far?
If they're gonna go dive, they're...
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, they're not getting the mid laners yet. So we'll save the mid laners for later. I think Fnatic Onic Philippines, the sad thing is they don't see ultimates on the side of Aurora. For FNOP are dive heavy, so they just decide to ban it.
No, you can't.
So dive heavy picks means
a great Lilia performance from him previously. Oh, that's the Louis. You also take it out if it's Super Prince. Onic, who started this entire Arlot Louis combo and global presence that you won against Aurora MLBB.
Yeah.
Which I think is a great pickup just in case, since it can be equally effective instead.
You need Terizla here or stability? Okay, so yeah, it is Zask. I think Terizla might be the last pick later. Valentina this season.
Oh wait, is that the Lilia? Oh, they use it instead?
Yeah, they'll take the Lilia, and good call there on the Grok. So I think this needs to be a Terizla.
Or I couldn't like completely recall, so they still go for the Terizla. Wow!
Yeah, they need stability. Considering that they're up against a Phoveus with all the dashes, there needs to be a really good sense of responsibility management for Fnatic Onic Philippines in terms of who's providing the crowd control at one time and who's diving with at one time.
Yeah,
they need to really mesh the Hylos, the Zask, and the Terizla together.
I'm really liking how I think both of these teams like stick to their identity and are very comfortable with their picks. And I just can't wait. I feel like they're going to show us a really great game for the first series.
Yeah, bring it out. Let's be quick. What's our predictions? What was yours?
Mine's Aurora.
Mine's Fnatic Onic Philippines.
All right, you heard it. And let us know who your choices are for this upcoming match as well. And we're definitely eager to see who. Is it going to be Renmar or is it going to be me? That's right, in our predictions. I feel like it's time we throw it over to our casters to bring us the action in the Land of Dawn.
Will the Super Family continue their streak, or will the newly formed Super Team conquer and prevail up against them? Going into game number 1, welcome to the English desk. My name is Egan. Together with me is my super pod buddy, Naisu.
I thought you were going to say super part of your super family, man, you know? Leading in with that. But yeah, we're starting off week 3. And, you know, that's the question here. Is it going to be the undefeated still for Fnatic Onic Philippines by the time they end this? Because Aurora's been doing pretty good, I would say. They've shown a lot of promise, especially last week. So I'm just wondering how the adjustments playing a part here now that we're in this match.
Yeah, especially Renajay has one of those roamers that he's really comfortable using, the Grok. And going into the early game, you would expect Aurora's pokes to be stronger. Again, they have the Lilia plus the Grok. And when you're playing Hylos, you'd usually feel the high health or high durability of Hylos towards the mid game to the late game. So far, we can expect Aurora to really dominate early game.
Yeah, not only that, but I was trying to listen in. What was the two predictions? Was it? Yeah, was it? Wait, was it Renmar going with Fnatic? We're going to go in with Aurora? I think it was.
Yeah, me also.
I got to ask you, which one do you like more
For
here?
me, I'm kind of leaning towards Fnatic Onic if ever they pull off their mid-game power spike. Especially they have the Harith and the Hylos. If Renegade comes up with those amazing sets, like what we witnessed last week, again, the 5-man implosion play out of nowhere. And did you notice that during that moment, Renegade and Shaknu actually casted their conceal at the same time during that skirmish. So the instincts of the roamers are really, you know, the best of the best.
On point.
On point.
With this already, Turtle going down really quickly here. Whoa, Demon Kite able to just swoop in, get the retry off, and take the Turtle on the first objective. Now, real quick with that, let's highlight what they were saying on the panel, too. Shout out to our English panel, by the way. We've heard you guys, and we love to have it now that that's there. But the statistic was 11 out of 16 games where that first Turtle was secured, the team won that. So,
Yeah.
hey, Aurora got the start here.
Okay, so a good sign for Aurora. The lights are shining brighter as of the moment for their team. But it's really easier to contest for the Turtle if you're a Link compared to a Nolan. Again, you have the Finch Poise plus the Tempest of Blades to evade potential setups coming in from Fnatic. And we all know King Kong. King Kong's objective is really not neutral objectives. He wants to go in for the kills, get the fractures in, and make sure to shut down Yue, Domeng, or even Demon Kite.
And that's, I know it's like easier, but it's almost like an easier said than done thing to be a Ling and go get those steals. Obviously, it still takes pretty good timing as well as what you're up against. And I think part of that, looking at the lineup here, Ingen, is Aurora wanting to deal with the lineup that Fnatic Onic brings to the table. We have seen and talked extensively about Hylos, like this horseman coming into the land of Dawn and just changing things. Or he's a senator, my
Senator.
bad. He's kind of like a horseman.
He's a politician, yeah. Senator. Oh, you got my joke finally.
Okay. Well, mid lane, they're going to be fine. Renegade backs up. Hey, you got to save that for the Filipino desk.
It's Filipino humor. But right now, Renegade really has to watch out for the pokes again. Because if we know Fnatic Onic, even if you're an opposing roamer, they're not afraid to cast those ultimates, expend those kills. If it's a kill for them, it's already a win for them. So Renegade has to watch out for those kinds of plays.
And with this, I think it comes down to that. Is Renegade going to be able to find those setups that we were just talking about last week that he got on the Tigreal? This time around, you know, anytime you lock in the Grok, that's what it's for. Not only to set things up, but the utilization, like the best Groks out there, also utilize the Guardian's Barrier so well. Edward, too, pretty tanky. We've seen Phoveus do amazing things. A lot of lineups now drafting him in. Second Turtle for the fight, though. Brusco's going to be on the front side. Infernal Pursuit going to be popped. Edward goes in on the back side. They're going to force the reset here. Glorious Pathway going to be dropped. The huge penalty zone comes down, too. Tempest of Blades has to be used, but they're still going to be fighting against the Dominator's Descent. No one goes down from Fnatic Onic and Edward. You know, it looks like he got dealt with.
Now that's the beauty of Fnatic Onyx lineup. Again, with the Glorious Pathway paired up with the Revitalize. Even if Aurora was the first team to actually set up, they were able to regroup and counterattack. And props to Kirk. I don't know if you noticed it, but the 3-man penalty zone on the backline as they were chasing for Brusco was actually the ultimate that forced Aurora to back away and just give up the turtle. So far, so good for Fnatic Onic. Both teams each have a turtle, and we'll really see later on how this game pans out, especially when our top gold laners are activated.
And that's the difficult part of it. Like we just saw for that fight, you know, you pointed out the penalty zone, but also the way it works with the Glorious Pathway, whether it's used defensively or offensively, there's a lot of utility here that Fnatic Onic can use throughout the fights, especially when we're talking about Lords later on. That might be a little difficult for Aurora to kind of deal with, you know, because of the fact that, you know, Edward's going to go for it, just like we saw him do with the Phoveus. You're going to have Renegade trying to set things up. Yue is at least okay because of the fact that he has black shoes, right?
Yeah.
But that's also where it becomes a little more tough here, especially for Domeng's positioning later on. But you can see kind of this, it's nearly a stalemate in the mid lane at this point, again, 6 minutes in.
A really even matchup so far. Both teams, same in terms of neutral objective. Almost a non-existent gold lead. I mean, that's only 88. Gonna jump to 300, and later on it's gonna be non-existent once again as Super Prince picks up a glowing wand. So, yeah.
This is crazy.
What?
Like, it's 6.5 minutes in. We're only 1 kill in, and this is probably one of the more slower-paced games, at least, that we've had up to this point in week 3.
But the funny thing is, it's still action-packed. Like, a lot of ultimates are connecting, but look at Kelra here.
Oh,
really
Domeng.
flexing.
Domeng is going to be okay. Great usage of the Spear of Destruction. Able to get on the backside, but still tries to escape. He stayed a little too long, and Super Fritz comes up, cleans up the kill. And now Turtle's up here, third one. Brusco going as fast as this horse can. Dropping down the Glorious Pathway, staying on the front side of Renegade. Demon Kite there, working on the Turtle, who's going to be able to grab it.
Whoa.
King Kong will go in, take the Turtle.
Kirk.
A penalty zone again, going to use down, and King Kong can't escape Demon Kite as he cleans up a kill. They might have lost the objective, but they get a kill out of it. But still, Fnatic Onic holding on to a minor lead.
Okay, that's a good sign for Fnatic. I mean, they were able to expend the Spear of Destruction as well as the Flicker from Domeng, but this time Super Prince with a huge heads-up play to bring him down. Although he expended his ultimate, it was well worth it, and for King Kong to pick up the last Turtle. And now this is where it gets interesting, because we all know, in terms of lineup, we can expect Demon Kite and Domin to actually have good wave management. Again, it's a Ling and it's a Moskov. So even if they lose those team fights, but on the other hand, Kirk here is getting pinned down.
Kirk taking a ton of shots. Will get thrown up in the air by the Wild Charge, but he gets the kill on Domeng anyway. Demon Kite goes under the turret, but he's not going to be able to find King Kong. And now in the mid lane, they're trying to make a play of their own. Under the turret they go. They force Edward back. Rest of the team now joining the fight too. Up on the front side, Kelra pops off the Zaman Force. Will get juked by the Black Shoes, but he'll still be able to pick up a kill. Now in the mid lane, as Edward's the one to fall. Kelra finally goes down too. Both teams just going back and forth here.
Trade after trade, blow after blow. In the top lane, it was the XP lane for a gold laner, which I thought Fnatic won, but this time, Kelra picks up a kill onto Edward. But he got picked off, so far it's a tie ball game once again for these two teams. 3-4 scoreline, gold lead non-existent once again.
I'm going to go back to what you just said a couple minutes ago, Ingon. It was a low kill game earlier on, but man, there's a whole lot of action.
Super.
And just the past couple minutes, I mean,
why?
Why?
Because it's the super family versus the super team. And I'm with Superman,
So
Clark Kent himself.
where does that leave you? Are you super?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we can get there.
And going back to the ball game, again, the strength of Aurora doesn't rely on those clashes. I mean, they have a good counter engage with the Wild Charge coming in from Renegade, but when it comes to minion management, those split pushes, you can rest assured Aurora is superior when it comes to that. So Fnatic Onic actually knows this. That's why they're actually rushing these clashes, rushing these neutral objectives.
Yeah, like they're pushing up top. They know that they can play around the fact that Aurora's lineup is meant to go ahead and put pressure on the side lane. So that's the whole reason why you also pick up Moskov. Again, we see this time and time again. Teams will pick him up. You can sit in a side lane if you want to and let the team go and start up the objective, especially when it's around the Lord, and then just, join the fight. The Spirit of Destruction, and that's kind of the pressure. And not only that, but also when you have a Ling, it's kind of doubled in that sense.
Yeah, and apart from that, the potential of actually out-retrying the opposing team jungle is there. So if you're Fnatic Onic, you're going to get pressured once it comes to the late game. But so far, it's still looking good for them. Again, as long as they have the Glorious Pathway and the penalty zone, it's going to be an easy day for all those clashes for Fnatic Onic. Whether they start it or whether Aurora starts it, it looks like Fnatic Onyx really in a good position, but the Glorious Pathway will be casted right now.
It's going to be dropped down. Less than half health on the Lord. There's the Spear of Destruction to join the fight. Going to find the mark here. Lord's still going to be worked on. Turret goes down, now joins the fight. Domeng's a part of it, and Lord gets taken as well. Domeng picks up another, and they still force out the flickers. Multiple members down of Fnatic Onic as Domeng looks for more. Can he catch Super Prince? And he does! And he shows some finesse and confidence at the end of it.
A wipeout for Aurora brings down the Super Family. A family that plays together, ties together for Aurora. What a play!
What a play. And now they're going to get a base turret off of that with still the Lord going up top. Talk about mechanical skills there, playing that whole fight to the favor here for Aurora.
Actually, that was such a scattered clash. If I was the one playing, I honestly don't know what to do. Props to Edward for making sure that Aurora secures the neutral objective, but this time they have the level 1 Lord up top. Let's see if they can have a setup here coming in from Renegade especially.
They should be able to clear this out. Again, take note of Brusco's placement here. Glorious pathway gonna be dropped down. They're gonna be able to find Domang here. He tries to get away with a wind of nature, but still 2 down for Fnatic as they trade across the board. 2 for 2, looking for Edward. Edward goes in with Infernal Pursuit. He's not tanky enough as he falls as well. It's only UA and Demon Kite left alive.
Again, that was the distraction that Aurora wanted. Edward sacrificed himself once again as the XP laner so Demon Kite could get a mid lane turret as well as a bottom lane inhibitor turret, and it was a well worth it trade for Aurora as they extend their lead to 5.4k. And this is the tricky part, because if ever they would clash in those small spaces, as we see in the instant replay here, you have to watch out for the Glorious Pathway Zaman. Even if you're a high mobility player, if you're under the dance floor of the Zaman Force and Glorious Pathway, it's hard to move. It's hard to execute those mechanical skills. It's hard to dance,
It's hard to dance, you know.
Yeah,
I know
that's why you don't dance.
That's why I don't dance. I know you love dancing, man. But
there's no Glorious Pathway in Zaman Force yet, but you don't dance already.
But hey, going back to that, the whole point of that, it was dropped down a little bit early, but it's also just a cut off and exit. You slow them down, and then you play into, like you said, the Zaman Force, the penalty zone. You have so many of those things you can utilize for Fnatic Onic Philippines, but they still have a lot of ground to cover here against Aurora.
Yeah, I just realized you was using Lilia. Like, I just realized now, looking at the KDA 109, this is why they're also able to turn things around when it comes to the clashes, because of the glooms coming in from Lilia.
Yep.
Our unsung hero for game number 1, for me, is really Yue.
Yue?
Performing so far so good.
I think it's, real quick too, speaking of, consistent and durable. Aurora Edward holds the record for the most damage taken in MPL history, 36.3 million.
Wow.
That's a lot of damn. That's big damn.
Now the question is, what's more? His career earnings or his total damage dealt?
Hey, I don't know. If you had 36 million pesos, would you still be playing here?
Hey, he plays for passion, bro.
That's right. It's all about passion.
Even if I had $999 trillion, I would still be casting right now. Yeah, but we're not Edwards.
Well, you know, either way, I think that number is going to be continuously padded if he's playing heroes like this Phobius, who once again has just been making waves, you know, ever since that, pretty much that, what do we call it, remake, reform, yeah, he's been, ever since now it's not, Demonic Force anymore, it's Infernal Pursuit. Yeah. Demonic Force is his passive, but such a stalwart for a lot of these lineups. You can see, with the lead that they have, they're going to keep this Lord control too. I'm wondering how Fnatic Onic will answer this.
Really need a heads-up play again coming in from Kirk. I mean, he's been performing well. He has the flicker right now in the penalty zone, so those... Oh, look at this King Kong. Forced Yue to use the Black Shoes, but
Kelra! Okay, Yue is going to fall, but look at the push too from Domang. Glorious Pathway going to be used. So a total reset even on the Lord. Good pickup though. You were talking about the unsung hero for you. It's Yue. Well, he just got dealt with.
That was a good Glorious Pathway. Because Fnatic Onic knows that they could actually perform a split push because they have minions. That's why Brusco had to cast a Glorious Pathway for King Kong to clear out those minions and then contest for the second Lord.
Using that speed to the advantage here. This time around, Domang just, throwing the Spear of Destruction. He's going to go ahead and clear out that wave. They know it's down. They're going to try to put the pressure here on Edward. He's like 1 versus 4. Renegade a little bit too late. Gets the wild charge off. Demon Kite not sure if he joined the fight. And it looks disconnected there from Aurora. Domang also half health, less than half health. But Lord, I'm not sure it just yet. Fnatic Onic wants to commit to it.
3 members still are here for Aurora. And in terms of ultimates, 4 are gone for Fnatic Onic, but they have the numbers now. Brusco making sure to be the front liner of the Super Family. Now the Glorious Pathway will be casted here.
Gonna be dropped again. Yue takes so much damage from Kelra as he's dealt with once again, pushed off the Lord. And this pendulum swings. The spear's gonna land, but he doesn't follow up. Lord secured by King Kong. And now Fnatic Onic Philippines has bought some breathing room to turn this game in their favor.
Look at what Fnatic Onic did. Looking at the items right now, prior to Kelra taking down Yue, he was able to get Blood Wings. That's why the damage was so immense that even if the Black Shoes was popped, Keller was able to catch him off guard and bring him down to secure the second board. Now Fnatic Onic, although Aurora has the gold lead, momentum is on the Super Family side. Especially if King Kong gets a kill here, but
Wow.
Demon Kite for Kirk, that's a good trade for Fnatic Onic.
Yeah, especially since they've got the Lord here on the top side. Demon Kite not a part of this. They do have good clear though, but as long as they don't get crashed down, forced into a fight from Fnatic Onic Philippines, Lord's gonna approach, Glorious Pathway is gonna come down. They wanna force the situation. Renegade, whoa, again, Domeng completely dismantled this time around, and Edward trying to do what he can. Will take out Kelra, but they continue on. UA has to get out of there. They got to deal with the Lord. They keep it together. Base still up. Renegade feeling the damage here from Super Prince. And Fnatic Onic, now with the lead in their favor, have worked from at one point a 7,000 gold deficit.
Now they have the 1.2k gold lead, but the defense of a lifetime here for Aurora. Again, the unsung hero for their team, UA, was able to pick off Kelra, evade the potential death, and with the Glooms was able to clear out the Lord, but look at this King Kong, whoa! Forcing out the Tempest of Blades.
That's a lot of pressure here.
Okay. Now if you're Demon Kite, it's gonna be hard for you to split push. Because the main thing that you need, if you're a Ling, is you need that Tempest of Blades always available whenever you're trying to split push. But with that gone, it's gonna be hard now for Demon Kite to go in and take an inhibitor onto the top lane.
Yeah, even looking at the items here, you know, nearly everyone being locked in, and you got to give it up for Fnatic Onic Philippines, man. The fact that they worked from what was a 7,000 gold deficit, they turned things back in their favor. They were patient, and you know, Aurora was very confident, especially with when they ended up winning out, you know, some of those early objectives, even the early Lord. But look what happened here, and now we're nearing the 20-minute mark. And like you said, it's a little bit more difficult too for Demon Kite and even Domeng to put that side pressure on now. The one advantage I will point out is obviously they have 2 base turrets, almost 3 down of Fnatic Onic Philippines. That's about it.
As long as they, once again, manage the minions, it's going to be an easy time for them to actually do a split push, to actually contest for this Lord. And the benefit of that is the only inhibitor turret that they lost is the top lane, which is where the Lord side is, but on the other hand, a good stun here coming in from Brusco. The Lord's pathway will be cast in.
Edward, no choice but to fight! Infernal Pursuit gonna be used. He goes in with a penalty zone. Kirk able to catch 2. They're still gonna be fighting it out. Kirk Immortality will be popped. Super Prince keeps him at bay with the Dominator's Descent, and now the Lord is up. Edward not a part of the fight. Tempest of Blades used by Demon Kite, but they back off again. Now the question is, will Fnatic start the Lord up?
4 ultimates have been expended here for Fnatic Onic, so it's going to be hard-fought battle here for the Lord, but they are bursting down this level 3 Lord. Renjay has vision here.
They're going to go for it.
Nowhere to be found here.
Yeah, they can't do really anything about that. Lord here secured. Fnatic Onic once again able to play around this power play for them.
Super Friends picked up a fleeting time, therefore his Dominator's Descent as well as Kirk just picked up that Winter Crown. So he can do those outplays penalty zone in, then get frozen. And a 2.4k gold lead for Fnatic Onic as their Lord is marching in the top lane. It's going to be an intense defense once again for Aurora. This time, Yue Domeng, they cannot die for this defense.
Good clear again. Domeng going to try to hold it together. Super Prince dropping down. We'll see. Once again, Kirk holding on. Doesn't have the flicker available, though, so he can't make a move with that penalty zone combination. Or will they find it elsewhere? Still looking to take down the mid turret, the base of Aurora. If they manage the waves okay, they could expose the base here. But right now, trying to hold together. Glorious Pathway going to be dropped down. They want to force that mid lane turret down. Renegade on the other side of this. Turret secured here, and that might be all they get for now.
Again, good use of the Glorious Pathway to force an inhibitor turret takedown into the middle lane without suffering any casualties. And props to Demon Kite as well for Aurora, making sure that it clears the bottom lane so that the minions won't go in the same time. But I can see it coming in from Edward. He's going to get picked off here.
Okay, uses the Infernal Pursuit again. He's going to get caught in the mid lane. Edward, even with the Vengeance, gets dismantled. And now down a member here. Demon Kite also has to get out of there. Fnatic Onic playing around the fact that if they want to, they can just focus down Edward.
That's the beauty of having Blood Wings as well. The shield added. Kellera here sustaining every single damage Edward is throwing at him, and now the minions here marching in the middle lane. I think they can force another clash because the glorious pathway is there.
There it is, going to be dropped down. Kirk also still holding on. There's the penalty zone, going to be able to find two. Gets the Tempest of Blades out. Kirk's going to be the one to go down, and they're still fighting. Domeng on the front of the side. Brusco will get the stun off. Renegade still alive. Aurora somehow on the defense here. They'll be able to find Brusco as well. King Kong gets the immortality from Domeng, but he's got to run because he's the only one left alive.
Oh, Spirit Destruction did not hit here. And now Domeng clearing in the minions. They can actually push, go for the endable push here. They have minions onto the middle lane, but King Kong looking for a clear. He was able to clear those minions, and now Fnatic Onic back against the wall. They're the ones having trouble now.
Taking a look here at this defense, the replay brought to us by Infinix. A great, attempt, I would say, for Fnatic Onic, but they didn't handle Domeng. Even Renegade was able to tank things up. And look at this. Are they going to be able to punch it in? King Kong trying to hold them all, but it's not going to be enough time as Aurora will turn things around and take game number 1.
And the crowd goes wild as the light of Aurora shines brighter than ever.